Hi, my name is Robert Whitten, and I'm editor of Employee Benefit Advisor. Today, again, I'm talking to Tracy Watts, senior consultant with Mercer. We're talking about some of the findings from their national healthcare survey. We're going to focus right now on what are employers doing to save costs. You've got some interesting information on that. Talk a little bit about what you guys found.
Yeah, there's actually two categories that we like to look at. The first is financial, and what we find right now is that the vendor marketplace is very competitive, and so many of our clients, our employers that participate in the survey are telling us that they are focused on the fees that they're paying to their vendors. They're either entering into direct negotiation to try to lower those fees. Some are actually going out to bid. If that's not something that they've done in a while, it is a very good way to look for an opportunity to save some costs. Interestingly enough, we did have some folks that responded to the survey that indicated that they were considering insured arrangements for medical and also for life and disability. And the attraction to an insured arrangement is that it sort of insulates you a little bit from the risk of the fluctuation of what might happen with your population or with the market.
Now, I just want to highlight the actual response rate. 63% said they were looking to renegotiate vendor fees prior to 2010. Real quick, walk me through in one example what that renegotiation might look like. I mean, pick one, and sort of how would employers sort of play it in the current environment.
Well, what happens is that let's say that you have a self-insured PPO plan, so you're paying your vendor a fee for the PPO administration, and it includes the network and all the disease management and care management programs that you purchase. And so if you negotiated that contract, let's say 5 years ago, maybe longer ago than that, what happens is that every year that admin fee goes up like between 3 and 5%. It's usually somewhere around CPI, which is fine. It's a small portion of your total expense, and so it doesn't ever really look like a whole lot of money. But over time, those fees can get out of whack with what's going on in the market. And so we have seen situations where employers have not gone out to bid for more than 3 years, maybe going on 5 or 6 years, and those fees just, they get out of line with market, and it's worth it to go get other bids or to really sit down and have, a strong negotiation to say we need to get back to, what's reasonable here. And, we called some of other employers and benchmarked our fees, or our consultant helped us do that, and, here's what our expectation is, and depending on how the negotiation goes, you may or may not decide to go ahead and get competitive bids.
And it does raise one other issue, I think, because HR departments in a period like this, what with layoffs, other changes, sort of tough economic times, they play a large role in that. They're very busy. Something like this seems like it requires a lot of work, but it's also extremely necessary at this point. It's sort of a catch-22. They have to do it, but they really don't have the time, or they may have less time now to do it, but it's an important thing for them to be looking to.
Yeah, it's a tough balance, all the balls that they juggle, and I do think that a fair number of them rely on a consultant or a broker to help them.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tracy.